How's it going? If you're watching this video, you're either a friend of mine, you're trying to gain a little insight on how to defeat the King Titan, or look for a different strategy. I watched a lot of videos. Tried to gain some insight. You know what I found out? Everybody fights this fucker with Gigas. I always wondered why. Argents, one of my favorite animals in the game. They're tough. Got a relatively large health pool. Why not use Argents? I bred up a lot of Argents. My wife and I. Thinking, yeah, we're gonna beat this guy's ass with some Argents. Well, here's a little insight for you. His only fucking hitbox is right around his ankle. Okay, we run this fight already. Then I restored a save file. This big sumbitch is gonna come out right over here. The only place you can hit him. Right around his fucking foot. Yeah, way to screw a whole bunch of dinosaurs. Make a whole bunch of dinosaurs useless. All of these birds. Yeah, in the course of this video, you'll see them all wrapped around the guy's foot. And that's all good, you see, because biggest part of them are going to die. And that's all good, too. You know why? Because what the fuck am I going to do with 100 Argents? Absolutely nothing. Yeah, there's absolutely no reason to have 100 Argents except for this fight. And there's no reason to have them in this fight. They're fucking useless. And I hate to say that about my beloved Argents, but that's what they are. For this fight, they have no purpose. Because the guy has no upper body hitbox. Every other fucking dinosaur in this game, you can smack them everywhere on their person. You can hit them in the head. Matter of fact, they value headshots. Headshots do more fucking damage, right? Not on this cocksucker. This cocksucker, you gotta fucking nibble on his goddamn ankle. Why? Because game developers are fucking retarded sometimes. It makes absolutely no sense. But it is what it is. So we're gonna work with it. And I'm just gonna watch all these Argents die. I mean, who gives a shit, right? They're just dinosaurs. All these wyverns? Yeah. We got wyverns spread everywhere. I got wyverns from every map. I bred up a bunch of wyverns. Figured, hell, you know, we'll turn on the lightning, turn on the poison, turn on that fucking acid spit shit that them fucking pretty ones do, and we'll fuck him up with that too. Guess what? They chew on his fucking ankle. Yeah, that's what they do. Yeah, fucking chew on his ankle. Yeah, that's awesome, isn't it? It pisses me off to no end. But, I mean, it is what it is. And we're going to run with it. You know, these guys, they're useless in every fight. I fucking hate Carnos. They're here to die. Good for them. And these guys are fucking turds. Okay, that one over there, that one's useless as hell. So I was going to make a great big old gunship platform out of his platform saddle up there, but I couldn't get any of them to power. I don't know, maybe it's operator error. Maybe the game developers don't want you to make a great big platform gunship. Now, why in the hell they got great big platforms on them? God only knows. Because you know what? If you ain't got cryopods by the time you're doing this fight, you're fucking retarded. And you need to go ahead and play fucking Fortnite or something. So, cryopotted all these dinos, brought them all up here. So you got more fucking wyverns over there. Because you know what? I decided, why not have them used on the ads? Because this guy spawns in ads, right? You have a little fucking node that pops up over here. Well, these guys are going to rip its ass. Because there ain't nothing that's living through those. Same thing over here. You got a node that pops over here. There's gigas and shit spawn over there. But that's all good. Because, you know, we got all these dinos here. And they can take care of that. Well, these guys, this big, slow, dumb-looking Groot wannabe motherfucker right here. You know, it took me an hour and a half to walk him up here. An hour and a fucking half. Because, you know, you can't cryopod him. You just gotta fucking tame him and then walk him up. Now, they're a bitch to tame. I don't know, that might be operator error too. Might have been doing something wrong. But they suck to tame. This guy wasn't so bad. That guy, yeah, that guy sucked. And this guy's home. It's right over there. And pretty quick fucking journey. This guy lives right up there around my fucking fingers. Okay, and you gotta walk him all the way from my fucking first finger over my pinky finger. Okay, and that just sucks. Because he gets hung up on everything. Great big old scraggly, branchy motherfucker. Now, these dinosaurs over here, they just got brought here to die. Okay, they were ones that we tamed on other servers. And most of them are low level. Like, you know, egg layer 4 here. It's because we needed eggs for kibble. Okay, but you know, I'm not on that map anymore, so I don't need him anymore. And this guy, I brought him to die just because, I don't know, fucking thorny dragons are useless. I love Stegotex. I love them. But these guys are relatively low level. Well, that one there is not. 311, that's not bad. But, you know, a 133, it was tamed for his eggs. Hey, give me eggs, egg layer 3, egg layer 2. Yeah, my son got really creative with the names. Okay. These raptors here, yeah, they're aberrant raptors. We tamed right when we got to aberration. And this is where they'll die. Yeah, tired of fucking feeding them. But you know what? I'm too loyal to just fucking knife them and call it good. These guys here, I know there's a lot of people on the internet that love these guys. These guys are, I think they're fucking useless. I can't stand them. So they're here to die. I never even tamed anymore after the first breeding pair I had. I was like, oh, these things are going to be awesome. But, you know, they're just not. They're not. They're a pain in the ass to navigate. I'd rather fly slow as shit on an Argent than have one of those. I don't know what use they are. They look kind of cool. They got nice, cool-ass colorings on them. Other than that, they're fucking useless. Now, Bigfoot, he's in the game just because, I mean, come on, it's Bigfoot. And we gotta show Bigfoot some love. So he's gonna come over here, he's gonna knock the shit out of the King Titan a couple of times until he gets the shit knocked out of him, and then, well, all these guys will die. That's alright. And I have more. Triceratops, just some low-level crap we got. And it's getting dumped. Alright. Over here. This is our Rockwell army. From Aberration, of course. We're going to wait till it's dark to run this fight. I'm not running it right now because everybody's asleep. This is just an intro video. And when it's dark, we're going to run this fight so these guys can catch some love. Because, yeah, they're tough. Real tough. These guys here, they're just going to take care of any ads happen to spawn or wander over this way. Now, these are only part of my theories, a small part of my theories. I left them out just in case, you know, they're needed because they are bad. Yeah, these are some tough-ass tickle chickens. They're going to be called into the fight when they're needed. They're my backup crew. This is just a gamma fight that we're going to run here. I'll bring out all of their buddies when it comes to the beta and the alpha fight. Got more wyverns back in there, just waiting for the ads to spawn. And that's all the Volanosaurs are here for, just to deal with ads, just to aggro them, keep them off, keep them out of the main fight. You know, they're all in turret mode, so they should all fire their little fucking barb things. And slow shit down and cause a little dissension back there. You know, we never tamed a bunch of dire wolves. I'll do that in another playthrough. Dire wolves and saber-tooths. So we just brought all these here just to die. As you can see, most of them, or half of them, are Christmas colored. These guys, this is about half of my Megatheriums. I got the other half, they're still on the island. Because they're my boss running crew. And Challies, I got them right there. These are ones that I bred Got them from the center. It's okay for them to die too. At least, you know, gonna show them some love. Now these guys, the Tech Triceratops, I think I got them on Gen 1. A couple. And then I bred up a bunch of them. Now, as you can see, that one's a Scorched Earth tame on the Paraceratherium. I was going to do a gunship on it, but then I figured, you know, who gives a shit? Just let them come in here and die. Just like the Carcanos and this Basilisk. I mean, they're not really useful. So, why keep feeding them and moving them around? And I don't just like killing dinosaurs I took the time to tame. Carcanos aren't useful. Carcanos are fun. But I have another one. And I mean, you don't really need a bunch of Carcanos. I mean, let's face it. You got one, and then you're good. Maybe two. I don't know that I've tried to breed them. I don't know if you can breed Carcanos. I may have tried and it told me to piss off. Hard to say. Anyway, don't use them for anything. You know, picking up a beaver and a doe dick and going around gathering wood and stone while I'm building. Alright, got a couple of Pteranodons over here. They're just gonna die. Just cuz. Snow owls, we'll probably move them off the field when the fight starts because they're just here to heal everybody up in between rounds. And, you know, one bad bitch and her buddy over here, you know, they're here, they're going to be roaring at everybody. Going to be getting it done, giving them some courage, and letting them get in there. Okay, I left a few gigas out. A lot of my gigas are down over the hill there. I got a spawn house built over there for when and if I die. And spawn there, not have to travel all the way from base. But I left these out for the same reason I left the Theres out over there. Just in case. We'll bring them in, you know, because these are the lower level ones. And they kind of suck. So if they die, I'm not going to be really upset. And the aloes here. My son kind of went insane for a minute and bred like, I don't know, like a fucking 100 aloes. And this is them, or the remains of them. We have some still on the island because we use them in our boss fights. And we still got a couple of fights to run over there. But yeah, the aloes here, they're gonna go in there. They're gonna inflict some damage. Look, the Argents, they're aggroing on something. I don't know if they're aggroing on the swarm, but they're not really fighting. They're just like flying up in the air and then coming back down. I know. It's weird. They're behaving weird. Maybe they're just, you know, itching for something to kill. And a couple hours will satisfy that itch. Scratch it for them. So, that's about it. That's the preview run through. Built this gunship here. Thinking, you know, I'd be able to hover the gunship up above the big fucker. You know, rain destruction, you know, fucking American style on his ass. But guess what? Yeah, those guns don't have the range to reach his fucking ankle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop on board this bad boy and I'm just gonna fly around his ankle and then fly off, and then I'm gonna fly around his ankle and then I'm gonna fly off and fly around his ankle and just do some flybys, do some strafing runs. You know, so it'll inflict some. So we'll get back up over here. Got the mechs up there. You know, they're on standby too. Don't necessarily want to use them in the gamma fight. I don't think it's going to be necessary. I mean, I got a bunch of dinos out here. And I know the birds and the wyverns can kill them because I've already seen it done. It just takes forever and a lot of them will die. So, worst case scenario, none of the rest of these things inflict a bunch. And I have to call in the wyverns and the birds and then just let them die. But they should be able to kill them on gamma. That way I'm not losing any really good combative dinosaurs. So we're we're going to get up here and we're going to wait. Going to wait for the wife to wake up. And then we're going to get it on. See you in a bit.